I want to revert my save back to before any of this was recorded. The literal second I finished my outro, as my thumb was moving towards the off button, the recording corrupted. The fucking second. I don't think there's a way to roll back in this game. I'm going to retell all the events. There's so much witty commentary, so many tips. I even learned something during that. So much, of me admittedly just laughing at my enemy. You have the end credits screen, which I don't have a screenshot of. You better believe the map has it. It was at 44 minutes. I should have cut the video, because I said I should always cut the video. I can't reliably record on this device, so I need to make this besides the other sectors, which is literally what I was saying in my outro before it just deleted everything. I think it just permanently deletes it on the hard drive. I'm gonna look, because I have an advanced file system, I'm gonna look into the trash. It's not gonna be there. Because I don't think it's gonna show me corrupted system files in the recycling bin. Because it labeled the video as corrupted, even though it really wasn't. It's actually recorded two recordings got corrupted, actually. Ignore that. The very initial recording of setting up base infrastructure and, well, practically everything else. So, what happened? And why do I genuinely want to cry? But I'm not going to. Because admittedly, I can't fix it. At all. And it's actually painful. And I know there's probably some of you who are like, I'm gonna skip forward in the video, I'm going to get to the interesting part of when he recaps. I don't even feel like talking. I don't even feel like doing anything right now. Because that was one of my favorite season finales. That just got corrupted in my face. I'm immeasurably angry. So what happened? Well, we had this area. They sent the top pixels, so I built a whole bunch of these because they're great single targets. Dance around the planetary the interplanetary accelerator, which I've checked just cannot be rebuilt. It's oh, hey, Nuke, you little trickster. At least I have it on my old save and I can show that off. Fuck me. Recording. What else was done? So from there, I pushed forward. I don't even know what structures were here. You can probably just look it up, see the map. Had a whole bunch of fire issues with this pyrite burning, and I put it here because, there were some structures down here that could catch fire. Yeah, it turns out the units walk here. It was always on fire. Moving up here, they spawned another top pixel or something, so I built these two dragon's claws, did all the work I needed or so. Actually, I think it was a tier 4 that was there. Whatever, not too interesting. It was pretty funny to just see those two dragon's claws and that one Molotov down here delete an entire wave in front of me, and I'm like, oh, thank gosh. Anyways, the whole core line was about here. Actually, more overlapping the turrets. It's the center point that matters. So I build this little thing. It gets blown up. Units walk in a little bit, get killed off immediately because Dragon's Claws with nanometal. Nanometal is supposed to be really hard to come by, and I'm not even making much of it. it's very useful when it's used. Regardless, build all of this. They start firing at the core. I think these say too much, which is it's surprisingly less disappointing. I blew up quite a few turrets. I set quite a few fires, but the core bubble is just bigger than it was in my testing, which really irritated me. So I'm like, fine. So I go all the way to my base, make this huge grid of machines. And I'm like, okay. Build a whole line of cryofluid mixers, and I'm like, trust me, you need this many cryofluid mixers. I'm using these cryofluid mixers, all of them. Yeah, you need a lot of these. Like, this is barely enough, and, well, technically this has dome power, so, power is fine. I mean, I don't know why the hell that one burnt out. It's, not enough titanium. For some reason. No, it's still receiving. Yeah, it still is. I have no idea. Oh, it's because it's full on lead. Well, why aren't you getting titanium? You know? You're prevented. Okay, whatever. Those don't really sustain long term, mind you. Kind of funny, but hey, it didn't matter also. Just I have a timer telling me when I need to drink water. I ignored it. I did. I just checked it in this video. It's fine. The video isn't. If I can recover things from my hard drive on my tablet, I'll be so happy. Because but there's a very good chance that video is completely fucked. And it's gonna get overwritten, probably from this recording alone. Anyways. Built this, got all of this, so it's gonna be really annoying. I didn't actually start building that. Started connecting the titanium lines, silicone from the base, and armored conveyors because I got lazier. Proceeded to branch out a bit more. Silicone, stole some lead, realized that's all the lead I needed. Used some drones because I'm lazy. Plastinium was conveniently right next door. And so was, oh, there's another Corvus, hello. In terms of these two, you can actually unload from mass drivers, even if it's not their destination. So, you know, makes my life easier. So I did some of that. Silicone, I just was stealing from, I was using another mass driver, look at that. Because mass drivers are just so broken in this game. They're actually not that good, but, and if you want to really spec into them, yeah. Admittedly, this is what I had in my head, just a lot of cannon fire within my own base. I believe you can even track that other one. Maybe not. There's plenty of power I can just steal from inside their base. Imagine being able to just build inside of your enemy's power grid, and you see 2 nodes, 3 nodes. No, not really that node. Because it had structures in it. Yeah, that were available to me. I made a little thing saying like, oh look, they have a little boat outpost up here, look. They're ready for a boat invasion, but oh wait, I'm using turrets, who cares? Because admittedly, Molotov, for base attacks, it is the expert of turret creep, because it doesn't suffer any penalties, and if they have anything, even remotely flammable, such as coal, yeah, their entire infrastructure burns down in seconds. Even turrets burn down if they're not mended. So, yeah, when in doubt, just throw fire at them. Ironically effective. Even though I have a whole thing about, you know, the tar fields not having any real synergies with, you know, oil and slag, even though it's the only sector that's really actually plausible in when you get the option to. It turns out that most of the enemies are just fire resistant, and by resistant I mean completely immune. Nice one. But hey, turns out the base wasn't. What do you learn? What do you know? What do you learn? They branch out more, build some stuff on the cusp, which I think I already covered. Back here, I built this whole thing, which sucked. Then I realized you could just use junk or distributors. And admittedly, I'm going to be using this way more often because this is like really convenient to use. So yeah, do this, not this. This is so many more like drags than this. You know, I actually learned something. That never happens when you're this late in the game, but hey. Pure random thoughts. Oh my god, there's 3 of them. This thing uses so much cryo fluid, but hey. Power looks fine. More of these are shutting down due to a lack of cryo fluid. Here's the thing, I already knew that was a critical issue of these generators. They're not properly balanced at all, and will likely shut down due to a lead surplus. And eventually, very far down the line, a titanium surplus. And the only reason I'm not worried is because of what I want. So who cares? Anyways, built all of these, watched as the Corvus fucking meandered its way up here, started taking pop shots at the 2 turrets that were here because I could snipe one of them. Broke some of those. I'm like, I don't know about the 4 shadows, I kind of wanted to push them, but I'm like, 3 of these I'm pretty sure I can push to the core. And I did. This Corvus is admittedly mostly dead. We're not healing it like that. Which, you know, so be it. I wanted to try and use radiator fluid turrets because those things are insane, but opportunity just didn't present itself because apparently they're using a lot of the mortar or spectral turrets, so they have like basically next to max range, which is only beaten by the foreshadow, and I didn't really feel like foreshadow spamming them. And also while I was just pacing in my room, good for the mental health, I said that in the video, or previous one. Hey, Molotovs, fun shit. And it was, and really it was just more of a push here, trying to make sure I don't set this thing on fire even though it's fucking matter. Go over here, build this. Needed units, built units. Actually, there's a new one right now. Powered, built an extra generator, I think, down here. So, you know. Now these are slowly going to back up on titanium. And I do mean slowly. But yeah. That's it. Yeah. It's honestly a really fun, spectacular finale. As completely fucked. If any of you are considering buying a Samsung Galaxy Tab A tablet, which I know is like 3 years old at this point, like 3.5, actually going on 4, do not record with them. Do not record more than like clips. They are not reliable, no shit, but I think it should be a testament to how well you can do mobile games with these. I'm gonna look for the footage. I'm not gonna find it. If you see it, this won't even probably be uploaded as long as it's not too corrupted. Maybe in Cell. But hey, series is not done. Got other places I want to visit and capture. I thought there was only one here. Sector 0? What? I also want to capture Sector 1. Which I think is down here. Yeah, Sector 1. Mainly because I think it would be funny. So yeah, we have a load of plans still for this game, and you're gonna get to watch me blow up more things, and perhaps more turret creeping, because that was so much fun. But not right now. Right now I'm gonna be pissed off, and probably pretty lonely. Because people keep leaving me. Anyways, see you all next time. And I'm sorry. I really am. That's an experience I really wanted to share with you guys. I hope I can extract the data. I really, really hope.